With the current Chinese drone ban coming in at the end of 2025 in the US, this means that from 2026 you will not be able to buy any new drones coming into the country. They just will not be available at all. Now, this is obviously very bad news for the hobby and extremely bad news for the industry as a whole, because it just means that they can't buy any new drones. And anyone who's currently flying M350s or M400s or whatever, if something happens to them, they cannot be replaced. So this makes things a little bit difficult for them. But what about the hobby? What's going to happen to you? Well, I think that things are going to change a little bit, and I think that drones will still be flying. And I think that drones like this one are going to become a lot more valuable. Let's talk about it. Hi everyone, Stephen from the Flyby Guys. Now, if you don't know who I am, I'm Stephen from the Flyby Guys, as I just said, and we fly drones. We fly drones for a living. This is our job every day. We fly drones, we do business, we do inspections, we do drone light shows, we manage operations. This is our job, and it's a great job. It's a tough job, but it's a good job. But I'm sharing my experience with you, the public, whether you're a hobbyist or whether you're wanting to go into business yourself, but I'm sharing that with you. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel to get more information that I will be sharing with you as much as I can, but we're getting really busy now, so it's getting tough. But today we want to be talking about the hobby and how things are going to be tough for them. So you're not going to be able to buy any new drones after 2025. So anything new, you cannot buy. And I don't know what's going to happen. I think that even if you travel to other countries and bring them in, I don't think that you'll be able to do that, because the FCC filings are showing that they will not be compliant and they will not be covered by the NDAA, which is the National Defence Authority. And so this means that these drones are completely banned, so that you should not fly them. But things like the Phantom 4 version 2 and, for example, the Mavic 3, even the Mavic 4, these drones are still, you can still fly those. But these drones now become a lot more valuable, which means that those who really need those drones are willing to pay for them. Now, that doesn't mean to say that you should be ripping people off, but you kind of have these people over a barrel in a sense, because if they need a drone and it's really important and they can afford it, they will buy it from you. So that means that whether you're needing let's say a Mini 3 Pro, or you might need a Mavic 3, or you might even need an Air 2S, these drones are now a bit more valuable. It's also worth noting that if you are selling your drone, make sure that you unbind your drone from your own account. It's very important that you unbind your drone from your own account, so that the person who buys that drone from you can still activate that drone as well. And if you want some more information, you can look at this video up here that I've got about unbinding your drones. And they hold more, and obviously second-hand drones did not really keep the value in the past, but I think from 2026, I think you will find that second-hand drones will become a little bit more valuable, and they will suddenly rise in price, because there will be a need for them, because you can't have it, you can't reach out and buy these things, as freely as you could do, let's say, 1 year ago. So make sure that if you do have any drones and maybe you're not flying them anymore, this is something that you could take into account if you're looking to sell. And, because, you're not going to get as cheap a price as you thought, because in 2026, you could get more than you thought for it. So something to keep in mind. Now, also, this really works for the business side as well. So and I really hope this is not going to happen, that if there are any companies out there that are going to fold, that just means that your M350s, even M300s, or even an M400 becomes a lot more valuable in a sense as well. So because these, you might not be able to buy ever again in the US until such time that that the US begins to actually, let's say, make drones that can actually do this. Now, I'm not going to get into the who's and the whys and the blaming and all the rest of it, because I could, and I am quite angry about the fact that this is being allowed to happen. But we're not going to get into that, because I could name names and we could talk about this as to who has failed the community here. but we're not going to do that right now. Anyway, so please like and subscribe to the channel. What about you? Do you still have your drone? Are you still going to fly your drone, or are you wanting to sell your drone? Because I think selling it right now is not the best time, but I think in 2026, selling your drone would be the best option, because you might get a better price for it, because there'll be a more demand for it as well. Okay. Anyway, thank you everyone. We'll see you on the next video, and fly safe.